with FreeSpace Social, and we have a special guest with us today, Grant Stinchfield. Grant, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, it's great to be here. I love you guys.
Oh, well, we absolutely love you, and it's fascinating because you're on the same page with us. You're a passionate patriot.
Yep.
You also are a firm believer in being able to protect free speech.
Yes.
You come from a radio and a television background.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit, just from your experience, how you're seeing free speech being infringed upon in that airspace.
So I recently left Newsmax, and I went to put up a YouTube video, and lo and behold, I started this YouTube channel knowing that I could get canceled right away.
Yes.
All right? When I started, the first video I put up, guess what happens?
Got canceled, taken down.
It got canceled, taken down, and it was a video about how to get out of a mass shooting.
Oh, interesting.
How to survive. I used to work for the NRA and have a lot of background in firearms and personal protection. So
absolutely.
I actually appealed it, and lo and behold, they agreed with my appeal because they couldn't really argue with it. I was literally trying to help people save their own lives.
Yeah.
But the initial reaction was to instantly cancel whatever I put up right away.
Now, why was that?
Well, because I'm a conservative.
Because they already have you on their watch list?
I think so. I think when you talk about Google, YouTube, and then you add in the other groups, Facebook, Twitter, I guarantee you I'm on a watch list. Yeah, you could throw in the Washington Post and the New York Times with that too. But
well, it's really interesting that you even bring up along the lines of people being able to protect themselves. We see like that's moving away really quickly at a rate that we've never experienced at this point in history. So how are you able to combat that? Even in your day-to-day conversations, what seem to be the conversations that are coming to you?
So I tell people right now, we need people to be bold.
Yeah.
We need people to be outspoken, and you cannot be afraid, and that goes for social media as well. So I'm not one that says I'm going to leave all these social media outlets.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay, and I'm going to fight the good fight until they ultimately kick me off. But the same goes true for when I'm out in public. I'm not going to be afraid about telling people what I support. Now, I do it in a meaningful way. I do it in a respectful way. I don't lose my temper. I'm a professional, and I'm going to get my message across. And if somebody is so uber left that there's no way they're going to hear me, I don't waste my time on that person. I move on until you find somebody who may want to listen. But unless we're talking about it, we're going to be lost as a country. I do radio in Los Angeles, and one of the biggest challenges for the radio show in Los Angeles is that we can't spread by word of mouth. Right. Because so many people in California are afraid to admit to their neighbors that they're conservatives.
Yes.
So the point of all of this is, don't be afraid. Sometimes it takes sacrifices, but right now we're watching our country be destroyed right before us. If any of you out there are afraid, we're lost. Do not be afraid.
Mentioned boldness, which one of my favorite things about the American people is in our very DNA is being brave and courageous. But in a day and age where it's so easy to look on social media and compare yourself to others, how do you encourage somebody to be bold in their circle of influence?
So it's just about being respectful, and it's about not being afraid to spread the message. Now, not everyone can be a leader. And being bold doesn't always mean be a leader. You know, we teach our kids, oh, we want you to be a leader. It's great. Some kids will be great leaders. But could you imagine if we had a military with all leaders? It wouldn't work. It wouldn't function. Sometimes you need people that are willing to follow as long as you're making critical decisions to who you're following and why you're following them. Being a follower is okay, providing you're pushing the right message. So you still need to be bold sometimes to follow the right people.
Absolutely, that's such a great encouragement, and we here at FreeSpace Social, that is the backbone of what we believe in and what we encourage everybody who's on that platform. Whether you're a small business owner, whether you're building a community, is that we want people to be able to speak what's on their heart and on their minds. Disagreement doesn't mean that it's hateful.
Absolutely.
These conversations are pivotal and important, and we see that with what you stand out and speak for, Grant. We really appreciate that about you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much.
Yes, you're a man with a backbone and you will not bend. It's very encouraging to everybody else who is out there. So we were wondering if you just could leave the audience with one last encouraging word.
Put yourself in the arena. You hear that all the time, but it's even more than that. You've got to be around the ball, to give you an athletic reference. Be in the frame. Just because you're in the arena doesn't mean you're not in the frame where the action is. Put yourself where the action is, be bold, and stay strong.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Grant, and make sure that you guys find Grant and listen to his Salem radio and podcast. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.